Hi Ghoulies, I'm Juan here, up with the sun, bringing you lifestyle and phantom realness. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am so excited because we are finally in October, and even though this video is a little later than I hoped to get out, I'm so excited to share with you everything I ended up getting for this spooky season. Now, I really wanted to emphasize that I was not going to buy at any big box stores this year, or at least limit that. You can see in the background it's a little sparse right now. I will not be doing like an entire background reveal today because I still have little bits and bobs to fill in here and there. But at the same time, I want to make sure that it didn't look like Halloween threw up everywhere. A couple weeks back, I was listening to the Ghouls Night In Pod, which features my two favorite ghoulies, Midge Munster and Penny Snark. I'll go ahead and link down the episode I'm specifically referring to, and that is called Make Your House Weird and Delightful. And essentially, the ladies share some of their favorite artists that they'd love to promote because they want to make art a big part of their spooky decor. And so, of course, I jumped at the chance to go ahead and check out some of these artists that they recommended and picked up a few. Starting with this little piece here, this is a portrait of Katrina Van Tassel, played by Christina Ricci in the film Sleepy Hollow, and it's specifically referencing Tim Burton's film because of this dress that she's wearing, and it is just gorgeous. I just love the art style of this artist. This artist's name is James Jeffries, and I'll go ahead and link his information down below so you can check out all his wonderful work. I just love all the details in there, and it's just so macabre and so spooky and just fits so perfectly with some of my Sleepy Hollow decor. Now, if you notice, she's tiny. So I ended up getting this ornate Victorian style frame here, so you can see the detail. It's just beautiful. So nothing crazy, but I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and put this together, and voila, here it is. So yes, a nice little tabletop picture frame, very ornate, so perfectly going to incorporate this into the decor. The next artist that they had recommended was a guy named Mike Ryan, and he has some great different kind of fandoms that he does artwork of, but he definitely had one that caught my eye, and it was this Headless Horseman one. I mean, it's just a stunner. I just love all the detail here. Again, with the line work is so well done. I love the flaming jack-o'-lantern. His cape is tattered. You can see his saber there is at its hilt. The horse with the red eyes. And I just love this color that he chose. So gorgeous. Super excited to have this. And then the last piece of artwork I wanted to share with you is this amazing Ichabod portrait. Now this is the Johnny Depp, of course, from Sleepy Hollow. This is from an artist called Chuck Hodi. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly, but he does these beautiful black and white portraits, and he incorporated this blood splatter that ends up happening when Ichabod is checking out a headless cadaver. And it just squirts at him. He actually wasn't recommended by Midge or Penny. I ended up finding this on Etsy, and we'll link all the information down below so you can go and check out. They have some amazing portraits of some great standout characters. But I just recently watched this. I think it was free, like on demand from Pluto TV. So yeah, I'm definitely be watching it again. But just a gorgeous piece of art, and I'm so glad to have it in my home. So if there are any artists that you'd like to check out to incorporate in your spooky decor, I'll go ahead and link down that episode, and you can give it a listen and go ahead and research everybody else they had recommended. There's just so many great ones. But again, I'm not trying to add so much right off the bat. An honorable mention in the video I can't share with you is this one right here, featuring Steve and Eddie in Rocky Horror Picture Show costumes, which I was really looking forward to, but it's coming from Canada, and you know how everything international is just absolute garbage right now. So in terms of, mail. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get that till like around October 20th. But it's super cute, and it's another nod to a wonderful activity that I will be doing. I will be attending the Tarrytown Halloween Parade this year. I did it last year. This time my friend Megan is going to join me, the co-host of Skull Rock Broadcast, the Stranger Things podcast. After the parade, we're going to go to a shadow showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Tarrytown Music Hall, which is so exciting. I know I said shadow show, I meant shadow cast. So if you are a follower of Rocky Horror Picture Show and the Shadowcast events, you know how wild and fun they are. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to happen the weekend before Halloween. And It's just so great. Okay, I will show you what I ended up getting from the big box stores. The first one I'll show you is Michael's. Ta-da! This little background fabric piece. It's actually a table cover, but you know, I just folded it and put it up there because it's beautiful and lacy. And then I have my little spider over it. It looks so good. So this is wonderful. This is a wonderful example of repurposing items to create decor. I just wanted something lacy and gothic for the background, and I found it in this table cover. I also ended up getting this, and it's and it's a welcome mat, of course. It says "Home Sweet Haunted Home," which is a very popular phrase for this time of year. And I just thought it was really nice with the filigree edges, and then of course the crossbones there. And I love the script on it. It's a big boy. I'm gonna be mad because it's gonna get all dirty, but it's a welcome mat, what you expect. But at the same time, it's New York City, and you just be tracking in all kinds of nastiness. Hopefully it won't get too destroyed. The next place I ended up going to was Marshall's. Now, TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods, like there's not really that many around me. The Marshall's next to my job is the one I end up going to because it's just convenient. On the way home, I can just pop in there if I need to. And that's actually where I found this beautiful statue here of the Headless Horseman. And of course, Devney over at Disney, Devney gifted me this one, which was wonderful. I'm in love with it. But I went in there because I was maybe hoping to add a third one. Like a psycho. Like, I don't need any more Headless Horseman statues. My space is not that big. But then I did see some items that caught my eye, and the first one I saw was this Mickey Minnie ceramic salt and pepper shaker set, which is, of course, them dressed as Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein. And they're holding pumpkin buckets, little pails, like they're going trick-or-treating. Super cute. These are hand painted as indicated by the sticker, which is great because that means that no two are the same. And the line work in her bow is super cute. She's looking great there. And Mickey looks really great. And I love the red in his mouth. But yeah, I just saw these and I'm like, I know Meg over at Megla the Geek loves this. I think she does have the lounge flies for these. And we are twinning on this set. But if you were here last year, you saw that I did a whole week of Universal Monsters. Hey! And I'll go ahead and link those videos down below so you can check them out if you missed them. So it definitely was something that I was interested in general. So it's bringing the two worlds together, Universal and Disney, which you don't hear a lot. So I thought it was done. I thought, okay, that's just the last thing. I don't really see anything. But they were next to something that was just like, I don't know. I literally was leaving. Like I was headed towards the escalator and I was like, no, just go back because there's only one. Only one. Normally if you see like 2 or 3 or something, you're like, okay, well, I have a better chance if I really want to come back and get it if it's still here. But there was only one of these, and it is the companion piece to the salt and pepper shakers. This gorgeous Frankenstein Mickey cookie jar. Oh my gosh. So he has his arms outstretched again, but he just looks so freaking cool. I love his big shoes here. And yeah, this is also hand painted, which I really gave a pass to because it's like more of a handcrafted feel than just some plastic. It looks pretty decent inside, for a candy dish, of course. And I just love the back here, the stack of pumpkins. We have this Mickey jack-o'-lantern in the center. And then we have the tombstone with the bat on here, and it says trick or treat. And it has these fall leaves here. How could you not love this piece? How could you ignore this piece? It even has the stem and the lining there. So freaking cool. I'm just obsessed. Yeah, I took a picture of it first and I sent it to Bay and I was like, I love this. But I went crazy last year so on the decor. So I was like, can I bring this home? Is this cool? And they're like, yeah, get it if you really want it. They liked it enough, so thank God. So I just picked him up, and I had no regrets whatsoever. This is so cool, and I love this. I'm going to treasure this for a while. I did see the Oogie Boogie, and he is massive in person. Devaney also ended up picking up that Oogie Boogie, but I just couldn't do it. Just too big. There's no way I'm like going to be comfortable storing him somewhere. I don't even know where I'm going to put this stuff. Next, I'm going to show you what I got at Williams-Sonoma. Now, Williams-Sonoma, West Elm, Pottery Barn, I think they're all under the same umbrella. But Williams-Sonoma had some homewares that I was really interested in, and the first being this skull ice mold. I think this was on sale, so it was fairly inexpensive, even though it's like it was retailing for like $14.95. But it is a set of 2, so you know it's not that bad. And the copyright reads, "When frightful fun is on your bar menu, our spooky ice molds are the spine-tingling tools of choice." Okay. Will definitely work for me. So I got this because I ended up getting this cocktail mix. Now this is called Witch's Brew, and it's blackberry. You can see Williams-Sonoma there, and of course a good label will definitely pique your interest. And it reads, "Haunting Halloween brews begin with our bewitching mixer. To help you create fabulous fruity potions, we blended the bright juices of blackberries and blood oranges with ginger and lemon, highlighted by the delicate natural sweetness of agave. For a signature sip, just add your favorite spirits." And then it gives you like a little recipe here for the mixer, which is vodka based, but I think I'll just get some gin. Definitely can't wait to craft up something delicious later on. And then I also ended up picking up Vampire Punch. So this is red berry, and it reads, "Count Dracula's preferred party punch begins with our creepy cocktail mixer. For frightfully fun drinks, we blended the blood red juices of strawberries and cranberries with a haunting hint of lemon, highlighted by the natural sweetness of cane sugar." And then again it says, "For a signature sip, just add your favorite spirit." Now that was a little hard to read because it's also in that red foiling. But it's there. These are fabulous. These are also a great adult way to enjoy spooky season. And these are just mixers, so you could, of course, have your beverage of choice to mix with these. But I'm excited to get my drink on this Halloween season. Especially since I'm not going to be doing like any bar crawls or like anything club-based with spooky music. Like in my younger years, yes, every day. But now I'm like home. I want to enjoy my home. And I want to enjoy some spooky cocktails while I watch some creepy movies. The last item I ended up getting was this spider spoon rest. Again, a very small detail just to kind of get you into the spirit of the spooky season. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Obviously, this is very subtle, but you can use this year-round as well. It doesn't just have to be for Halloween. If you're someone who likes arachnids and creepy crawlies. So, and this is nice and wide. So some spoon rests aren't that great. So this was a good find. Okay, moving on from Williams-Sonoma to West Elm. Now, West Elm I've known for a while just because of their furniture. I've gone into their stores, checked out their beautiful furniture, looked at the price, walked out the door. Like, dang it. I'm not making that kind of money yet. So let me get the heck up out of here. But I saw some items that they had come out for, especially for spooky season, and I'm like, I need this. There's no doubt about it. And they are these Headless Horseman plates. Oh my gosh. I am obsessed. I guess this is a collaboration between Rachel Kozowski with West Elm. This is porcelain. Really is centered around the animal. So I have a bunch of different ones of dapper animals. This horse is actually supposed to be dressing up as the Headless Horseman. But it doesn't really make sense, like, because it just looks like it's the Headless Horseman hugging his horse. Versus just like a horse dressed up as the Headless Horseman. I don't know. The other animals make sense. But this one was, I think, a blurring of the lines there. I don't know. It's super cute though. I love the pumpkin there with all the detail of the green and the moon behind them and the trees and the red of the cape. Just so cool. And I'm like, yes, I need to get this. I only got 2 of them because it's just me and Bay and I don't host. Hopefully I can get more, like if they're on sale. So I'll have to go back and check. But I just love these because I love to have like maybe 4 or 6 in total. So just like there's no way I was going to pass these up. Absolutely obsessed. There's like a bear, a cat, like I said, of these dapper animals dressed up, super cute. But there's one item that I was like, I cannot believe this exists, and I had to get it, and it's this candle holder. Oh my gosh, y'all, come on. There's no way I was not getting this year. It is just so cute. I am so obsessed. This horse is having the time of their life. But it really, like, come on, it really just looks like the Headless Horseman is carrying around the horse's head. It's like a Godfather moment. But I just love, this is painted so well, and I just love what they did with the pumpkin there. My gosh, this is what it looks like here. The cape just swoops out. It's this beautiful red, and yeah, there's just no way I was gonna not get this year. I was tempted to get 2. I was always tempted to get multiples, but it kind of felt like overkill because I don't have like a big place setting. So the one is just enough for now. Like again, if this is on sale or they're selling it around, then I might pick up another one. But my gosh, I'm just obsessed. This is gorgeous. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get into Pottery Barn, because Pottery Barn is where I got the most stuff. Starting out with this wine bag of Wednesday. So they had a license with the Netflix show Wednesday, and I normally would not get anything like this because I don't have like bottles of wine, you know, but I just thought this was so cool. It was on such a great discount. And of course it's her from her Raven dance dress here, with her dance to that Google Muck song, which is a viral sensation. You know, I look at this and I remember when that came out, and that was a huge thing. I even went to a Wednesday themed club event. It was so good. They had a competition of everyone doing the dance and playing like the music and playing all kinds of stuff related to like industrial goth and stuff. It was really fun. So this really does bring out some good memories for me. And then I just love what it says on the back. It says, whoever invented high heels clearly has a side hustle as a torturer. And I've never worn high heels, but I've had like a higher heel for my Latin dance shoes, because it gives you like this pitch, so you're more weighted forward, so you could dance further on the balls of your feet and use your toes. That's like the only way I know about high heels, but like after like a couple of hours in those, yeah, you definitely feel it. So I definitely feel for all the women out there rocking their pumps. But it was so affordable. I ended up just getting 2 of these. Now for the bigger items. So those were the only things I saw at Pottery Barn. This came out and I was like, do I have room for this? I have been in the process of like getting stuff out of the house, things I'm not using as much, or, you know, just enjoyed at the time, and now they can go somewhere else. Because when I saw these, I was like, well, I need these. And unfortunately, they weren't discounted when they came out. I actually don't know if they're brand new this year or they're just a re-release, because I know Pottery Barn does do that a lot. So let me show you the first item. And it's this gorgeous little spooky house. Oh my gosh. So look at the columns here. And the spiderweb detailing. So it's a little crude. So it's not polished in the sense that, like, you know, it's all perfect. And I kind of like that because it does have character. And this is ceramic. And I just love the shape of this window here. And then it has this pitched roof, which matches the other side, but there's 2 windows here that are boarded up. And the side here as well. I love the boarded windows. And I love this detail here of the ribbing at the bottom and then the scallop rooftop. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Same on the other side. Only downside is that this is hollow. I thought when I was looking at the pictures that it was lit up, but no, I think it had a light under there. So I end up getting these fairy lights to put in. So we'll see if this works. I just love the spiderweb detailing on this side as well. You can see the side profile of that column. Very, very cute. You know, I love me a little village. So obviously this is not the only one I got. I end up getting this little guy. The next size up, and oh my gosh. I love it because the architecture is different, but it's still within the same family because it does have the boarded windows again. It does have the scalloped roofing, but it's different here with these points. And then we have the spider web, and then this little roof here around. So gorgeous. Here's a side profile here, more windows. I like it that this is different now because this doesn't have a border cross, and then we have a spider web detail here. But on the other side, it is boarded up all the way, so love that. And then we have more variation on the back, leaving one window untouched, and more spider web detailings. This roof, it has like a little chimney here. Oh my gosh. These are heavy. My arms are getting tired. Oh boy, you better get into that gym. But my gosh, yes, absolutely obsessed. Love the different shape. The two will look amazing together. But I couldn't stop there, so I ended up getting the Mac Daddy of them all. This much larger final third piece. So yes, I ended up getting all three. And this is the haunted house you cannot go in because they have the door boarded up. But again, we have more of the spiderweb detail there. And then we have this beautiful like tower detail. I just love it with the scallop roof. Much the same, but obviously different. You now have this porthole here. More of the spiderweb detail. The other side, now the window's open there. Here we have the back. Just obsessed. Love, love, love. They're gonna go right here behind me. They're probably not gonna show up in the videos as much because I'll be blocking them, but they're really just for me. For me to enjoy. And I'm just obsessed. This whole, like, it blew my mind that they even had these, and you know, I always wanted like a creepy haunted house for the Halloween decor, and you know, it's just a matter of timing. So I pulled the trigger on these. Again, not on sale. So I did spend a pretty penny on them, but that's kind of what this year was more about quality over quantity. So I was able to pull it off, and I'm so excited for these. And I have one last item to share, and it is this thing plushie. I am obsessed with Wednesday. I love this series. Season 2, people can say what they want. I'm obsessed with that as well. It was so good. No spoilers, but Thing has a very prominent storyline in season 2. And I was just so happy where they're taking the show and the direction of it. And I just stand, okay? So I had to get this little plushie here. It's gonna go on my Chase Lounge as an accent, but you know, the detail of the fingernails here and the stitching, I mean, it's just something fun and cute to have. Plushies are great items for decor pieces. I know people have their big old skeleton guys sitting on their couches with them during this time of year, but I wanted something a little more subtle. And who can give me a hand? Hercules. So yes, this is such a big size too. Like, you know, I was debating where I get like a little life size one, but you know, it's a caricature. There's no, you know, I didn't want it to blend into the background or, lose it or something like that. And again, it would be more plastic. So this was just fine. And it is an officially licensed product. So that's the best thing, is like, it's hard to find things that aren't like cheap knockoffs, that are not given the blessing of being a licensed item. So this definitely is. So I'm really excited to have this. And that was it. We survived. Comment down below which item is your favorite. Are we twinning on any of these things? Let me know. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support means the world to me. We were on the road to 1,500 subscribers, and I'd love to get there, but I am slowly not interested or give any two beans about whether I hit that target goal or not. I'm going to be a little more laissez-faire, and I'll have more to say on that in the future. But please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell for future videos. There are so many fun things coming up. I can't believe it. Next week is New York Comic Con. Yay, I'm so excited for that. I just got my physical badges in. Oh my gosh, I am in heaven. I'm so excited for that. I'll have a wonderful pin video coming out for you this Friday. I know I'm posting this video on a Wednesday, so please stay tuned for that. October is going to be my month of bliss, so I hope you all enjoy this month as best you can. I know there's a lot going on in the world, and I've already said my piece. There's more to be said on that, but that's what Instagram's for. So if you're not following me, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Hit me up. We can have a conversation, get to know each other. I love making new friends. And with that, be safe, tell somebody that you love them, because tomorrow's never promised. And I'll see you ghoulies next time. Bye. Ooh.